Hi. So I want you to start by closing your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you're going back in time 200 million years. And I want you to picture that you're living in a forest, a 200 million year old forest. What would that look like? You can open your eyes. Are you picturing something like this? That's a modern forest. 200 million year old forests looked very differently than this. Plants were completely different. So change your forest so that it's 200 million years ago. What would you do to change it? Did you add a dinosaur to your forest to make it 200 million years old? I have to tell you that the forest I want you to imagine is actually 100 million years younger than T-Rex. More than that, in fact. So let's take T-Rex away. This is the forest that you're living in. This is a forest with plants like you've never seen. Very, very different from plants today. And in fact, you are one of those plants. But don't be disappointed. Plants are superheroes. Plants have some incredible superpowers. Maybe you already know this. Plants are the only organisms on the planet that can do this amazing thing, which is to eat sunlight and air. They can eat sunlight and air. They can take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, turn the carbon into wood and sugar. I'm not kidding. Everything that you see that's made of wood, it used to be air. So take a deep breath, thank a plant, and then you're welcome. Give it back some carbon dioxide, because of course, you know, the plants give us back the oxygen that they don't use. It's a beautiful relationship that we have. And the dinosaurs and the humans and all the other organisms that are going to come along in the next 200 million years are going to be thankful for that oxygen that you're making. But you have a big problem. You have a really big problem. You live in a forest that has more plants all the time. A lot of plants. This is a time on Earth called the Carboniferous. Plant life was exploding. And that means that every single plant was going to need to find a plant of its same species in order to make a seed, because every organism on Earth needs to reproduce. If you're a boy plant 200 million years ago, what you did was make tons and tons of pollen in the hope that maybe some of it might reach a girl plant. And if you're a girl plant, you hope that some pollen might somehow come to you. But that's a lot of energy. For the boy plant to make that much pollen, there are more efficient ways. So I want you to think about this problem of being rooted in place. You need to find a mate of the same species. What could carry, if you're a boy, your pollen to your mate? And if you're a girl, what could deliver that pollen to you? Are you picturing a messenger of some kind? Well, let's imagine what this messenger might look like. Messenger. What might this messenger look like? Okay, I delete that. I'm picturing something that has really good eyesight because it's going to need to see you. And I'm picturing something that doesn't have a nose because nothing did at that time on planet Earth. There were no noses yet. And it has really big eyes, but it still needs to be able to smell and feel. So let's give it some antenna. Antenna certainly did exist at that time. Let's imagine that maybe this animal would walk, but I don't think so. I think it would be more efficient for this animal to fly. See where I'm going with this? Yes. Pollinators. Pollinators came along about 200 million years ago, but there's still a problem. There was nothing to tell the pollinator where to go. You need to invent something now, plant 200 million years ago, that will attract those pollinators, that will advertise that you have something that they want, that they need, that will bring them to you. What might that be? Let's talk about that.